People called me directly after the game, and there's champ, well done, blah blah blah, and I just sent them I just sent them come back in 2 weeks. That was the message that everybody got, because I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it, because as you say, we've got to go to work, we've got to go there, we've got to take our gear, we've got to go up there and try and do the business. Now, anybody that's got some sort of shade of grey in their mind, it's going to be black or white. If we go there and we're going to win, or we're going to lose, or we're going to draw, it's not going to be a fuzzy, well, let's just play a little game, you know. So I want everybody to have the attitude that it's not done yet. It's not done yet, and it could go to the wire. And if it does go to the wire, we're ready for it.
Congratulations, coach. Which is important.
No, not at all. I think we just heard there, will they become complacent? And I says, well, if they do, then they won't play in the final. We've got a final. They're playing for their places in the final. And the two games that we have, we want to win. We want to win those games. We want to make sure that people don't look at it and say, well, they turned down the heat because it was 2 games and they only needed 1 point or whatever it was. So no, I want everybody to go full out, and I'll pick the final team based on what I see. And more than that, we have an obligation to the league. Every team in the league expects Kaizer Chiefs to do their duty and go out and play 100%. They don't expect us to go and just hang the shirts out to dry. So no, if they have any complacency, then they better lose it quickly. The structural work that we did in the beginning, I think the players' acceptancy of that was key. You know, people tell me all the time that, you know, African players, you can't coach them and they forget too easily, and I think that's nonsense. I think you've just got to make sure that you package it in the right way. You know, if I packaged it in the same way I do in Sweden, they wouldn't understand it. So I think you've got to package it in the right way. I think that was key. I think the unity when in the beginning, when, you know, people maybe said that, well, you don't have a big squad and you don't have enough players and this, they kept together and they kept on doing the job according to the way that we'd prepared, and that was also key, because at that point you could wobble, and then later on in the season, when we had suspensions and injuries, I think the squad stood up. So I think in the beginning, in the middle and in the end, I think there's probably key factors, and I think those were probably key. Naturally that certain players have played really well, and in certain games big players have pitched up with a goal or whatever, but that's normal football. But I think the three things there, the structure, the unity and the squad. There are key games in terms of the results. I was speaking to someone yesterday when I was in Stockholm and we won the championship. A professor of probabilities called me and told me that, you know, when you won that game, if you hadn't won that game, you'd have gone on a losing streak. And I said, no, that's nonsense. But he showed me the Italian league and the Spanish league, and I'm sure there are certain games. So let's take, for example, the Swallows game. If we'd have lost the Swallows game, I think, you know, we'd have probably wobbled. We'd have wobbled big time. If we'd have gone to Bloemfontein, and when people were saying, no, this is a difficult one, they're going to get done down there. If we'd have got done down there, probably we would have wobbled. So I think there are key games. Just off the top of my head, I think those two are key. But I'm sure the ones, the Free State Stars turning that one around, or even the Swallows game at home turning that one around. You know, so I think there are key games, but I think when you're at a place like Chiefs, I think that they all become key games, you know, because people are ready if you have a disappointing result to start painting.
Champions? No, not yet. I mean, we still have 2 games to go. The coach addressed the players yesterday before we trained that it will only be over after the final of the Nedbank Cup. But at the moment, we still focus on discipline now. We don't have to change anything. Whatever happened on Saturday, that's got nothing to do with Kaizer Chiefs. But Kaizer Chiefs have to go out there and deliver, because he strongly believes that if you're a crown champion, you have to win it by points, not goal difference. No, there's no pressure. I mean, I've been on the bench for quite some time. I mean, in difficult situations and this. So for now, I mean, it's fine, because he'll be there. He'll be part of us. But the unfortunate part, he'll be on the stands. And I know very well what is expected out of me and how he wants the team to play. So I don't think there'll be any different from what he used to do. No, that's an old-fashioned type of a thing to do. If you're working with a coach, you don't work for the coach, but you work with the coach. So that means you will know exactly what is expected out of you. So I don't work for Stuart. I work with Stuart. That's a difference, because if I work for Stuart, then I'll have a cell phone, because I wouldn't know what to do. So I won't have a cell phone. I work with him, so I know.
I was with Majoro and George at my house, and we were sitting at the edge of our seats, hoping and wishing that Platinum Stars and Pirates can drop points, because we didn't even know which game to watch. Yeah, at the end of the day, the results didn't go their way. and we had an upper hand. So nothing is in the back pocket yet, but I think we have to go on Wednesday and put the nail on the coffin.
I saw a celebratory picture of yourself and Majora on the social network. Is that how it really felt after the results?
Yeah, that's how we felt. I mean, like I said, we still have 2 games to go, 6 points to play for. But mathematically, we only need 1. But we'll play for all 6. And after that, yeah, we'll see where it takes us. But we celebrated already. We were more hungrier than the other teams. Not to say they were not. We had a vision. We planned very well beginning of the season, and this is what we expected. I mean, come end of the season, we deserve where we are, and we deserve what's gonna come our way, because we really worked hard for it. So I mean, for the team to find ourselves where we are, I mean, we are doing it for the team, and again, thanks to our stakeholders. I mean, our supporters have played a major role by coming to the stadiums. So for us, whatever we win, we dedicate it to them. They deserve it.